Hey there guys, Diablo73 here, bringing you the first set of spoiler coverage for the new set from Raya Cluster, Set 1. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. We got some light stuff. We have our first of the three rulers. We're traveling back thousands of years in time. And who do we find first? We find Pandora. So before she has her box. So this is very interesting. So Pandora is here. She's a guardian. She's got judgment for 1 white with energized for white, and she has her sealed item already shown. So she has hair ornament of light for 0 cost. Target golem you control is mobilized until the end of turn. Play this ability only once per turn. Now we'll talk about mobilize when we get to it. So right off the bat, she's probably going to be pretty centered around golems. And she's got a really cheap judgment cost, and she's got the energized, so this is pretty cool. And the fact that this says only once per turn means it can still be used during your opponent's turn, which I think is still going to be very, very important for her. She flips over into Pandora, Guardian of the Sacred Temple, super angry. So she's a 10/20, and she says guardians you control are mobilized, so they're all mobilized as long as she's flipped. If damage would be dealt to a golem you control, she takes the damage instead, which is probably why she has the big defense. And her sealed item becomes 4 cost, 2 white, 2 colorless, and it's just a field pump for all golems you control, +4/+4. So pretty interesting. She just becomes this kind of defender and kind of lightning rod to protect all your guardians, and can pump them all up and lets them all your golems just start being used right away. Her magic stone is the Mysterious Magic Stone. It is a light magic stone that produces white, and you can pay white, tap, and banish this card to recycle a golem from your graveyard into your hand. So pretty cheap, that's pretty cool. So 1 light and sacrifice this and recur Resonator. I like that a lot. I think that, you know, that's probably going to be pretty important because she's probably going to be pretty centric on golems. So we'll need to be able to make use of them and recur them. First up, we have the Magic Light Warrior, a 1-drop 6/6 that has Mobilize. So Mobilize is this card cannot attack or block unless its controller pays X, where X is the Mobilize. So it's a new type of activate ability, but the thing is, in this one, with Pandora, you can pay 0 to mobilize any golem. So 1-drop 6/6 that you can mobilize on your opponent's turn to block for 0. It's pretty good. I like this guy a lot for that. Pretty strong stat line for an early game defense. Now we have the Magic Sword Warrior, who is a true drop 8/6, who has first strike and mobilizes for 1 white. Again, pretty standard, nothing crazy there. Definitely with Pandora becomes much better. Having first strike with 800 attack for a 2-drop is, I think, pretty good. Next up, we have the Bubble Golem. So it's a 2-drop 10/10 for 2 blue. Same has mobilize for 1 of any color. And at the end of battle, banish this card if it attacked or blocked. So it's a very, very big dude for 2 cost, but it dies if it's been used once. So again, it kind of serves its purpose, defends you, and then, you know, and then disappears. So nothing too crazy there, but it is a cool little, you know, use of the fact that, again, you can mobilize it for free during your opponent's turn with Pandora. Now we have the Ultimate Magic Warrior, the Gear Atmos. 7 cost 20/20, mobilizes for 3, or you can banish 3 golems instead. When it enters the field, destroy target resonator your opponent controls. I don't super love this card. It's very, very expensive. It has a good stat line, sure, but banishing 3 resonators for a 20/20, so technically here you've gone -2, and then you kill a resonator your opponent controls. That makes it at best a -1. So you're losing 1 more card than your opponent is. And the only problem there is this guy's completely vulnerable to removal or any kind of monster effects or whatever that can just tear him apart. So I'm not super huge into this guy, but I'd see him being played as a 1-of or something, turn some dead golems into something much stronger. Now we have Pandora's Order, 4 cost, quick cast, 2 blue, 2 colorless. Put target golem from your graveyard into the field. It is mobilized until the end of the turn, and at the next end of turn, return it to its owner's hand. Now this card I can see making Gear Atmos very, very good. So you cast this at the end of your opponent's turn, comes into play, kills your opponent's creature, goes to your turn. You can mobilize it for 0 with Pandora, and then swing in for 20, and then it just comes back to your hand. So I think that's probably the best way to bring out Atmos. Even looks like this is Atmos in the water, so pretty cool there. And then last we have Crippling Light. So 5 cost, 2 white, 3 colorless, just says destroy all non-golem resonators. So it's a one-sided board wipe potentially for 5. It's just a better Eternal Recurrence that's not punishing you, but you only can play it in a golem deck. So pretty fair there. I think that's pretty good. But that is it for now. So that's our first of 3. Remember, we're only getting 3 rulers this set. We'll probably also see the draft rulers here soon too. But I, for one, am looking forward to this stuff. Nothing in this spoiler seems terribly too powerful, but definitely seems like a lot of fun to play. But let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and like, comment, share out the video, and be sure to subscribe so you can see more spoiler coverage and stuff as it comes out. And until next time, this is DMO73 signing off.